Hi guys, I'm Ariana. Welcome back to my channel.
I am Brian.
And tonight we are going to be cooking Caldo de Albondigas,
Yes.
Which is meatball soup.
Meatball soup, yes.
It is so freaking good. We made this a couple weekends ago, so we kind of want to show you guys how we make it. It is so good. It is currently 7:51, almost 8 p.m., so we are really hungry and just kind of want to get eaten, so let's get into this.
Yes.
Okay, so I got this recipe off of TikTok Shop, so I will insert in the pictures that I got from the person. So I don't want to take credit for this recipe because it's not mine, but I do add a little bit extra stuff because I feel like it wasn't flavorful enough.
So last time she didn't add as much seasoning that we liked. So we added on like that and
yeah.
Perfect.
I wish I remembered how much extra I added. I should have freaking written it down, but I didn't. So I'm just going to go through and look at like these pictures here and it'll tell me how to make it. So it's really, really easy. Currently I'm cutting and preparing the cilantro. I'm not really the best at cutting cilantro, so excuse my cutting skills, but I just kind of ball it up and then just kind of cut it. So we are doing that right now. And then after I'm done, I'm going to probably prepare the meatballs. So the meatballs call for some cilantro in them, so that's why I'm doing this now. And then Brian is currently peeling and getting the corn ready, because normally we would like to get pre-peeled corn and pre-cut corn, but because the stores that we went to didn't have any, so we're just doing it ourselves. So Brian is currently doing that right now. But I'm just going to cut this up a bit. I think that's pretty good, so I'm going to wash it off and then I will prepare the meatballs. So this is what makes the soup. So we have onions in here, and then I'm just gonna add in 2 packets of this sazon Goya, which I honestly can't remember how much of each of the stuff I put in last time, but I'm doing 2 because I feel like that's what I did. I'm gonna put in a big chunk of this garlic. I might honestly just use the whole thing because garlic always makes everything better. So I'm just gonna put the rest of this in here. So then I just added in the tomatoes. There's 3 of them in there. And then it also calls for some of this chicken bouillon, which you can just get like right at Walmart or something. I'm just going to kind of pour it in there and just kind of guess. It calls for 2.5 spoons. So that kind of looks like 2.5 spoons, a little bit more, but it's okay. Then I'm going to put in a little bit of salt and some pepper and some chipotle peppers, which we have the chipotle sauce. So I'm going to put that in here. So the recipe that I'm looking at doesn't say how much chipotle to put in, so I think I'm just gonna pour with my heart. So this is chipotle sauce. I did like almost a whole can last time, so I'm gonna do like a little bit less than a whole can. All right, so then Brian's gonna put in some salt. And then we're gonna put in some black pepper, which again, just measure with your heart. This is what I did last time and it turned out really good. Just some black pepper. And now we are going to mix this up. I'm just going to blend it on high. So now I'm going to make the meatballs. It calls for 2 pounds of ground beef and then 1 egg. So I have an egg right here that I'm going to crack into the bowl.
It's a large egg as well.
Yeah. It doesn't say what size, but I'm just doing a large egg. And then I'm going to add in some black pepper. And then it calls for some cilantro, which it doesn't really say how much, but I just kind of eyeball it with what the picture looks like. So I'm just going to do like that much. Then it calls for some chopped onions. So I'm just going to add in like probably like a little bit more than that, like that. Then it says salt. And then we're going to do some ground garlic. And I'm just going to do a heaping tablespoon of that. It also calls for some ground garlic. So I'm just using this garlic powder. I'm just going to add in a bunch of this as well. And then it calls for 1/3 cup of rice, so I'm just going to use this jasmine rice that I got from last time. Okay, so we got our 1/3 cup of rice. Just going to pour that into here. All right, so now I'm going to roll up the meatballs and mix them together, and then I will assemble them and turn them into meatballs. Now I'm just going to take the meat and just kind of roll them into meatballs. I don't really know what size to do, but I'm just doing this size right here. They look so pretty. All right, so now that I'm on to the last meatball, I'm just gonna roll that up and stick it right on the plate, and then we're gonna get the soup ready. All right, so now that I'm done making the meatballs, now we have to make the broth. So I'm gonna add in 5 cups of water. So now that the 5 cups of water are in there, I'm gonna pour in the sauce. Making a mess. Okay, so now I'm going to put in all of the vegetables, which I'm going to try and go slow so I don't spill everything. So all the vegetables in, and I did add a couple more seasonings to that. Just some black pepper, some more of that chicken bouillon. So I'm just going to pour that all in here, and then I'm going to add in the meatballs, which I kind of have to go slow with this because I don't want them to get all ruined. Ooh, okay.
And guys, we are using a 12-quart cooking pot. You could probably settle for a 10 or an 8, but better to be safe and get something big.
Okay, so now that this is all in here, I'm gonna kind of mush these meatballs down into the water. And then I'm gonna let it cook for, I believe it said 15 minutes to let it boil. And then once it's done boiling for 15 minutes, we're gonna add in the zucchini. Okay, so it has now been boiling for about 20 minutes, I would say. So now I'm going to add in the zucchini. Now I'm just going to kind of mix it in there and let that boil for, I think, another 15 minutes. Okay, so now the soup is done boiling. I know it's kind of hard to tell, but it looks really delicious. I will show you after it's plated. So Brian's going to eat his with tostadas, but...
Normally we would eat it with tortillas, but... We like, well, we couldn't get any at a Mexican store. So what I'm going to do is either put them in my hand and crumble them up and put it in there, or, you know, just put the soup on top of it. It's your preference. It's pure preference, literally.
Yeah. So. Okay, so now Brian's going to squeeze some lime. Normally we would top it with cilantro, but I use the rest of it to put in the rest of the soup.
Okay, guys, now we're going to do the taste test for you guys and see if it's, I mean, it's going to be good regardless because she made it, so. All right, you guys ready? All right.
That's going to burn your mouth. Okay, I have a small bite because I don't want to burn my mouth, but.
All right. Yep.
Oh, my God. Best soup in the world.
Bussin'.
Best soup.
It's filled with flavor, and I love that.
Oh my God.
And the best part about this, it's healthy as hell. Besides
Other than,
the sodium.
Like, the salt. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what doesn't kill you though nowadays? Everything in moderation is good, but it has zucchini, onion, potatoes. Obviously, it depends on your diet and all that. But
too hot.
You got your meat. We used 90-10
lean ground beef,
so it's healthy for us.
Lots of vegetables, and besides the sodium, perfect. Yeah. So well, anyways, guys, we're gonna eat our soup and we're gonna enjoy it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment down below any video recommendations you guys have, and let me know if you guys would eat this soup. And like I said, I will be inserting the pictures. I'll probably do that at the end, so you guys can see how to make it, the ingredients and all that stuff, in case you guys are interested in making this for yourself, which I 10 out of 10 recommend. Yes. And like I said, I kind of eyeball the ingredients myself because when I did exactly what she did, it didn't have enough flavor, so I just kind of do what I want to do. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I forgot what I was going to say. Well, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a like, subscribe, so you can see my next videos in the future. Yep. And we will hopefully see you guys soon. All right. Bye, guys. Bye.